Let's talk about managing debt. What we're talking about here is debt that's not good, debt that you want to get out of. The first thing I suggest is you make a list of all of the vendors that you owe money to, any loans, lines of credit, credit card bills, utility bills if you're behind, and something else, taxes. We don't talk about taxes a lot, but sometimes there's old tax bills. Just remember, if you just hide it and don't put it on, it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It exists. So get a good, robust list of everything that you owe. Everything that you owe generally will have some sort of interest rate that's being charged in order to pay that. Sometimes you'll get an interest-free loan, but for the most part, you'll have the interest rate. So I'd like you to create some sort of a spreadsheet or put it on a piece of paper where you make one column listing all of the different companies or credit cards or whoever you owe debt to, another column which shows how much you owe at this point in time, not 6 months ago, right now, what the interest rate is, how much a minimum monthly payment is, how much you're paying now on each one, because you may be paying more than the minimum monthly payment, and how often are these payments due. We're going to total it out, and some of you are going to cry, and some of you are going to be surprised saying, oh, I didn't know it was that bad. I didn't realize it was better than I thought. It doesn't matter what the number is, because you're going to manage this. Where your biggest problem would be is if you're paying the minimum balance on everything and you really don't have any additional funds. However, most of the time what I find out is that individuals are making decisions about paying off certain credit cards faster or extra mortgage payment every year. Because if you make an extra mortgage payment every year, one extra payment a year, it takes you 23 years to pay off your mortgage versus 30. However, most likely your mortgage interest rate is lower than most of your other credit card rates. So instead of taking that extra mortgage payment and paying down your mortgage, you'd be better off taking that money and paying off a credit card and not using it again, or not putting a charge on there that you can't pay. As you take this inventory, you make this list, work our way through, and we come up with a plan. When certain things are going to be paid, let's look and see if there's any additional opportunities for income. You may find out that you need to bring in more income. And you may be a one-time thing where you have to go get a second job or do some additional work. There's nothing wrong with that. It's only temporary. Remember, once you get over this, it's easy. When I was younger, I used to love going to the ocean. And my favorite thing would be riding in those waves. If you haven't ever ridden in waves before, you have to kind of get out to where the waves break. So you're walking out there and you can see where the waves are coming, and when the breaking means that all of a sudden it's going up as high as it can, and then you see the white part of the water coming down. It's a little difficult because you got to get yourself out there between the waves coming in so you don't have it break on your head. If you're too far away from the break, it comes and it will hit you, and then it can knock you over. If you're a little further away, sometimes there's what they call an undertow, and the water comes in and the water goes pushing back, and it pushes back so strong you can literally get knocked off your feet. However, if you get out far enough where you get on top of the wave, you literally are riding right on top, right with the white, and it's bringing you all the way in, all the way to shore. Why do I bring that up? Because you need to get on top of the wave. Right now the wave's breaking on you. When you're in debt, you're getting hit all the time. You're getting knocked down. You never have an opportunity to get back up. But if I get on top of the wave, I'll have a better chance of knocking down my debt. This is temporary. I just got to get out there, ride a few waves. As fast as I can, get out there, try to pay off a few things. Maybe I can work overtime, get a little extra money, whatever it may be. Making a little extra money in order to be able to slowly pay off your debt when you've done the best you can is probably the best way to get yourself totally out of debt.